Good morning, folks. We're going to start with this story about how the United States is not thinking much of Iran's nuclear announcements. I guess this means they can stop the war propaganda, right? We wish. Coming over to the RSOE, there is a small measles outbreak in the UK. There's actually a couple of those in the United States as well. In Lebanon, the Beirut River turned blood red yesterday, although they say it was not actually blood causing the environmental pollution. We had an avalanche yesterday in India. In Japan, the radioactive cesium being found is pretty astronomical. They're finding it in gravel now, in addition to rice and noodles last week. Number of fairly large earthquakes near the Rat Islands in Alaska. We had a larger earthquake than we're used to seeing in San Francisco last night and a couple in Utah. The earthquake swarm returned briefly yesterday in the Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands region, and we did have a landslide last night in Peru. Many of you know we had a geomagnetic storm last night. This is HAARP's Fluxgate magnetometer, which measures the horizontal disturbance in our magnetic field. The beginning part of that is when we had the geomagnetic storm, but our system was unsettled for quite some time. This is the induction magnetometer, which, as you might imagine, measures what energy gets inducted via the magnetic field lines, causing resonance within the Earth. Now, despite the fact that our magnetosphere took a whack, so did our ionosphere. This red line is the ionospheric absorption, and as you can see, it was working overtime. But where did that energy go? Looking here at the total electron content, you're used to seeing a nice curve here, but we don't see that at all. There's no evidence of high energy spikes. This is the critical frequencies right here globally for the F2 layer, and you don't see anything high whatsoever. We would expect much higher ionizations than this, so either our magnetic field really did block away a vast amount of energy, or that energy has already been inducted into the Earth. We do know that the ionosphere did absorb quite a bit of it. So if we get a flurry of large quakes today, that might be the case. That is one possible trigger mechanism, but it's certainly not absolute. That's the news, folks. Be safe.